Hi, today I'm doing my call to action speech on recycling, and this is my audience. Okay, so did you know that if you line up all the trash that's thrown around the world, you could take a trip around the earth 4 times? Isn't that mind blowing and concerning? Trash is a serious crisis in the world, and it's affecting our pollution, our ecosystem, and the overall environment of Earth. Today, I would like to familiarize you with the issue of trash and the impact it has, and I will be promoting some solutions that we are all capable of. So, America alone accounts for 1/3 of the world's waste, and most of which ends in landfills, and 10% ends up in the ocean. 2/3 of the waste contains biodegradable matter, which breaks down and releases methane gas. Methane gas traps 20% more heat in the atmosphere, and it's a big culprit of global warming and ice melts. Another fun fact, Bangladesh was the first country to ban plastic bags in 2002 due to 1988 floods being more severe due to clogged drains. The scary thing about plastic is that it never really goes away. It just breaks down into smaller and smaller particles until you cannot see them anymore, turning into polymers and chemical toxins. All the excessive waste also affects the marine life. These poor animals have to suffer just so we can live our life conveniently. I read this article by Simon Reddy, and it states that 60% of the seabirds have consumed plastic, and that number is supposed to rise up to 99% by 2050. It is also estimated that by 2050, there will be more trash in the oceans than fish, going off of weight. It's sad that these animals have to differentiate between what is trash and what is food. Fish, such as anchovies, eat plastic because it smells like food once it's covered in algae, states Matthew Savoca, a marine biologist with National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration. So the same toxins that kill the animals are passed up the food chain when humans consume meat and seafood. So to sum it up, one single plastic bag or a plastic bottle has one single use, but it harms multiple people, or it harms multiple animals and has various negative effects. Things will not change until we start from ourselves. There are countless ways to tackle this problem, and I will present to you some of the simplest and effortless solutions. A good place to start is by making sure that your work or your living facility has a recycling program in place. And if there isn't one, make sure that you are talking to an administrative personnel to implement a program. And then secondly, make sure that you yourself are following a reduce, a reuse, and a recycle method. So cut down your usage of plastic, reuse it, and then recycle it. Another gesture is to attend a beach, a lake, or a pond, whatever, clean up. And you can do that on your own, or you can do that with your local organization. Another thing is when you go to the grocery store, you can bring your own bag instead of taking the plastic bags. That would be a big help. You could buy a water bottle instead of having the plastic ones. A hydro flask is a good one. And then lastly, make sure that you make people aware, because that educating people is a big help. Imagine our world and what it would look like if we didn't recycle. In the previous speech that I did, I had a little video, but I'm not gonna put you guys through it today. So I just want to show you this picture. This picture is of land of Fresh Kills Park. In 2001, it was a landfill, one of the biggest landfills. But in 2008, it is now Fresh Kills park due to the efforts of Department of Sanitization and Department of Parks and Recreational and other individuals. It has turned into a beautiful park, and it has a plan in place for the next 30 years. This is the world that we want to live in. Hopefully, I have made you aware of the crisis that we're facing, and I call you to take action. The simplest act of avoiding or discarding plastic in a proper manner can have a world of a difference, not just to us, but to many, many generations that are to come. I encourage you to set an example for your kids and for your peers. If you take the lead, they must follow. There's a saying, everybody wants to change the world, but nobody wants to change themselves for the world. And I want you to reflect on yourselves and ask, what have I done for Mother Earth, and what can I do moving forward? Thank you.